Jai Mohanji. Hello to everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my spiritual journey with you and experiences in this session, How I Met Mohanji. I have many experiences. It will take 5 sessions to explain all of my experiences, but I will share couple of main experiences with you all. My spiritual journey was not so easy, and it had lots of roadblocks, challenges, and difficulties. I had to go through many tests. I have doubted, many times I have doubted Mohanji, misunderstood him, and got upset on him. You must be thinking, what is she saying? But so many times I felt like leaving him or unfollow him. But he always holded me and never showed any anger. He always met me with big smile like nothing has happened. Before I share my experiences, I would like to introduce myself and let you guys know a little bit about myself. Who am I and where I come from? I belong to a North Indian family. I born and brought up in Kolkata, and late 1983, I moved to New Delhi. I have 3 brothers and 4 sisters. I am sixth child in my family. I lost my mom when I was 6 years old. We brother and sisters helped each other to grow up. Got married in 1991. Getting married was also difficult for me due to my complexions because I have a brown skin, dark skin, you can see, and belong to a middle class family, so didn't have enough dowry to pay. Since then, I have started judging myself. It was so difficult. Um, you know, Always like every other girl, I had dreamed to have a loving and caring husband in my family. I was very happy and a bubbly girl. In my neighborhood, they used to tell me I'm a butterfly. But after my marriage, my life turned upside down. First day of my marriage, I came to know my husband is has mental depression, and he needs uh, medication throughout his entire life. I was in shock. What happened to me? Why this happened to me? And since my marriage was arranged marriage, so they didn't tell that before the marriage. And I took the situation as my fate, and I prayed and I thought, I can help this person to get over his mental illness. I didn't tell anything about my family till 4 months. It is very hard. And but he never thought he was mentally depressed. He needs any medical treatment. So day by day, my situation was getting worse and worse. It was abusive life, you know. But anyhow, I tried to maintain. I was working. He was not working. I tried to take him to the doctors. He didn't want to go to the doctor, and always suspecting. Middle of the night, he's leaving home. I was in always worried. What is going to happen next? What is going to happen next? Anyways, my son born in 1993, and things got worse. I found out my son's life is in danger, and that's the time I decided to get separated because no one likes, to their children be, getting mistreated. My mental situation and health was really bad, always in fear. What will happen next? Couple times I felt I was going to be killed. No sleep, no work, small child, thanks to my family who helped in this situation. You know, in 1998, my brother helped me to come to US. When he saw me first time, sorry, he said, you look bad. I had to go 6 months for counseling just to cry. I was underweight. And but anyway, after 6 months, I have started talking to people and started my life from scratch. You know, and before that, when I was in India, I was going through all these hard situation, hard time. Sai Baba came in my life in 1994. I was so drawn to him, like I can ask him for anything. In first time I visited Sweden in 1995, and after that, my life started turning to good. You know, even after coming to US, many people cheated me with money, relationships, workplace, racial discriminations, and so on. So I have started building all this inside. I've started judging myself, underestimating myself. I was missing love and acceptance. I was always thinking negative. Anything I think to start, and I think the negative effect, you know, and so much bitterness in my inside. I was feeling empty, and I had so many weaknesses. You know, every day I was crying in front of Sai Baba and asking for his help and guidance. And that's the time Mohanji came into my life. When your prayers are pure, God helps you to meet a true master or a true guru. And that's the time Mohanji came in my life. In April 1993, Biji invited me to come to her house for a POP meditation, and I met Mohanji via Skype. I was very excited to meet Mohanji. This is the first time I was going through tough time with my son. He was giving me hard time because he got bullied in high school and declining to go to school. He was rebellion. He was just fighting every day. We had constant fight. I was just crying. I didn't know what to do to him. He didn't want to go to school. He didn't want to listen to me. He wanted to do whatever he wanted to do. I had many questions in my mind to ask why all this happening to me. And when I saw Mohanji first time through Skype, I think Mohanji was in Muscat that time. I asked Mohanji, if God knows everything, then why am I suffering? Mohanji smiled, explained very nicely about karma. I have heard that karma word, but I didn't know what the actual karma means. How does it work? How does it affect people? You know. So still I was not happy and I had many doubts. I wanted to meet Mohanji personally and ask him many questions. Regularly I was attending POP meditation and other activities. Finally the day came to meet Mohanji in person. I was very excited. I'm going to see a live guru in my life. In 1994, Mohanji visited Virginia, US. The day before I met Mohanji, I had a Sai puja and satsang at my house. I invited Mohanji, but he couldn't come due to other prior commitments. Next day, we had a food seva at Rest and Homeless Center, and I was there eagerly waiting to meet Mohanji. He came with Vijay. He was smiling. He was looking around. I came outside of the Salter house and I did pranam to him. And Lata introduced me, Mohanji, this is Anu. Mohanji said with smile, yes, I know. I know her. She is Anu. I was like, okay, I met you through Skype and he remembers me. I'm going to tell you that's how he is. Later, Biji brought him to my house after the Salter home food seva done. I felt blessed and lots of positive energy started happening as soon as he entered in my house. And I'm going to tell you, whenever Mohanji came to my house, whenever he enters in my house, white butterfly enters with him. That's the symbol when he comes in my house. It's just not one time. He came many times to my house. I have noticed that. Same evening, there was a satsang at Sai Temple. I went there with my two friends. As I entered the hall, Mohanji looked at me and smiled and acknowledged me. I was sitting the side on a chair. His energy was so high, and I was having a hard time to keep my eyes open. Till now, I feel whenever I connect to his eye card, and whenever I look at the eye card, I feel so much energy. It just calms me down, and I feel like so soothing energy. I can fall asleep. Coming back home from satsang, my friends had different opinions about him. Why you need a guru? Who is he? How do you know him? My heart was telling something and my mind was listening to others. I don't know. I was kind of puzzled. But I have listened to my heart because I saw while I was in the temple, Sai Baba's face clearly on his face, and telling me, please do not leave him. It's true. When we are in our difficult times, we search for a guru and remember God, but always we go to them with expectation and want they can remove our sorrows or issues with their magic wand. It doesn't work that way. And when our wish didn't get fulfilled, we leave them. But that is the true testing time. I want to accept many times I have doubted him because, all those noises are coming from other people. They're judging him. They're telling him, but, I'm very, very thankful. I'm very glad. I'm blessed. I listened to my heart. I was during that time, I was always comparing myself with others, feeling I'm not getting attention like others are getting from Mohanji. I was behaving like a child. I was very possessive about him. Now, when I think about it, I laugh and think, what did I do? But um, when I used to go for meditation or when Mohanji was in US for any retreat or any satsang, I see people are so comfortable and hugging him and taking pictures. And when they're in meditation, somebody's explaining, oh, I saw him this, I saw him that. And I was kind of thinking, why these things are not happening to me? What I need to do to get close to him? Why I'm not seeing any vision? I was totally misleaded about all these, outside whatever it is I was seeing. I remember one incident in 1915. We went to Yogaville retreat, our first retreat in Virginia, US. There, Mohanji initiated a couple people who can give Saktipat to others, but I didn't get initiated. It made me very upset, thinking new people got initiation, but why didn't I? Why didn't I? And I was upset all day. And that retreat was like very small group of people. So Mohanji was calling one by one to everyone to have a one-on-one conversation. I wanted to talk to him, but when he called me, I was so silly. I said, "It's okay. I got my answer," and refused to talk to him. Like a small child who does to her mother. He knew I was upset and asked me to come and talk. Finally, I went and met him, asked him the reason for not getting the initiation. He calmly explained the reason so well, and my all frustration vanished. At this time, I was not ready to handle the initiation because my life was vulnerable. I was going through so many things, with my son, my work, my health situations, many things. So he knew what I can handle. Here, I would like to say, please don't compare yourself with others. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. We are all unique. Only Guru knows what is best for us and how much we can handle. Many times he will test you, but never let you fall. As per Sai Satchitra, chapter 18 and 19, there is, Baba says, it is well-known fact that the Sadguru looks first to the qualifications of his disciples and then gives them suitable instructions without unsettling their minds in the least and leads them on towards the goal of self-realization. I read Sai Chitra every day. I do my parayana. I start on Thursday and finish on Wednesday. This I've been doing this last more than 5 years. So slowly, I have started understanding Mohanji is saying exactly what is inside Satchitra. I was started relating to those things through my life. You know, um, I was like I just said, I was like behaving like a child, like Mohanji says. First, get to know yourself. Slowly, I realized I was searching motherly love within him. I wanted all his attention because I lost my mom 6 years, and whoever I like when I was trying to make friends, and I'm very easy and very sensitive, and I was telling them my personal situation without knowing how they can turn around against me. They were like, they in front of me, they used to say, "Oh, yeah, you are feeling this and this and that." And then they later on, they're backbiting. And so I didn't know that who I can speak, who I can talk to open up my heart, share my things. So I was trying to find all these things within Mohanji. Slowly he was shredding my all ego, craving of recognition, my stereotype nature, short temper, always thinking negative, behaving like a child. Slowly, he removed those people who were backbiting, criticizing me, and helped me to start believing myself. That was the more big thing. He helped me to believe in myself. Don't depend on others. One very important incident I would like to share. My son and my relation was not very smooth because we had many struggles together. He was declining everything. I was always asking Baba and Mohanji for help. I want my child back. Come and hug me, say, Mom, I love you. In 2015, one satsang held at Lata's house before he was leaving US. I really wanted Mohanji to bless my son. All day I was nagging and begging, whatever you can call, asking my son to come with me to the satsang to meet Mohanji. But my son denied to go. After many hours request, I left my house mentally talking to Mohanji. Are you not going to bless my son? I pulled my car from driveway and started, and so my son came running. Mom, wait, I'm coming with you. I was surprised. He came with me and sat in the car and denied to go inside. I didn't force him. I said, okay, Mohanji, he's here. If you want to give your blessings to him, please, he will come. I know you will make him come. After 15 minutes, he came inside and slowly he sat beside me. Mohanji looked at me and smiled. I thanked him mentally. My son even got the Saktipat. It was so strange. Saktipat was, Mohanji was giving Saktipat everyone. And, I was the last person. And when I was moving towards to Mohanji, and my son just jumped in front of me and he sat in front of Mohanji to get the Saktipat. So anyway, Mohanji smiled at him, gave him Saktipat, and then asked him, how are you doing? Do good in your life. And he just nodded. So, and I was totally surprised and full of gratitude, he just made him come a little closer to me. Since then, he changed my son completely. He even told me, don't worry, I'm with him. I will take care of him. When he says that, he means it. He will take care of him. And he is taking care of him. That time I was thinking he's not going to do well in school. What is going to happen to this child? How I'm going to handle this child. Now my son completed, his master's. Last December, he has started working. And everything just going smooth. Once I just surrender him to his feet, and he's taking care of him. I have written a blog that time, I think 2016. Mohanji changed my life. I want to say with full faith, when he says, I'm with you, he means it, and he's always there. I have found out always whenever I need him and have asked him for help, he's always there. And you guys maybe think like this is something silly, but I always talk to him mentally for small and big, any issues, like when child can ask to um, her mother, and I just talk to him mentally, and I get my answer. Many times, I have challenged him. I talk to him for all my small, big needs, and even midnight, if I have sent him any message and I got my answer. Time and place is not barrier for him. If you can connect, if your prayers, your intentions are pure, he will listen and he will give you an answer. Um, One other incident I want to share. um, I had a big craving for recognitions. Recognition means doership. I was getting upset if he didn't say or mention my name for my any participations. Slowly, he removed that weaknesses. One incident happened. He came. We have a one such thing in Virginia, and such thing went well. At the end, he mentioned um, uh, people's name, and he never mentioned my name. I got very upset. He's not even looking at me. He's not even recognizing me. That was my mistake, and he was testing me. Okay, you want this? You're not going to get it. You need to come out of this weakness. Baba says, why should you take the responsibility of the actions on you? Do not entertain the sense of doership in doing good as well as for bad deeds. Be entirely prideless and egoless in all things, and thus your spiritual progress will be rapid. I learned that lesson because I was getting upset because I was looking for recognition. You know, why didn't he mention my name? I did this much work. You know, that's the time I was failing. And he completely knew that. He said, no, you are not going to get this. You need to come out of this kind of weakness. You know, we all know that whoever close to Mohanji, he does ego bashing. When he does that, it's very hard to digest. You feel like you're shattered. You feel like leaving him. He does to everyone. Everybody is equal to him, me or anybody. You know, one incident, one time in one day Virginia retreat during lunchtime, I brought the food so he can eat. I was sitting next to him. I simply asked him because always I wanted to be, his attention. And Mohanji, how am I doing? He looked at me. He got very upset and said, is this the right time to ask when I'm having food? I felt disheartened. I was shaking. Like, I was so afraid. And then later I started crying and I felt to leave the retreat. But I didn't do it. During Shaktipat, when my turn came, he gave me Shaktipat, put his both arms to my shoulder, and very nicely said, you are always thinking negative. Please work on these. I'm with you. I bursted with tears and then I said, yes, I will work on it. My progress was very slow. It took a long time to accept myself as I am, get to know my all weaknesses and get rid of or overcome all these weaknesses. Right now I feel I'm 24 hours connected. I don't need his physical presence anymore. I feel like I overcome my so many weaknesses. Um, you know, Previously, when before I met Mohanji, um, I had so many questions. I was going in many directions, no path, no direction for me. I was lost. Now, since I am slowly, I'm just getting rid of all my weaknesses. I feel more peace in my mind. I was looking for help outside, to talk to people who can listen to me. Now I don't feel that urge anymore. All the time, I talk to him mentally. Like he's close to me. I share everything, small, big, anything, you know. And he listens. And he have many times he shows his presence, I'm here. And I believe it. He's here. You know, last December, I just remember one incident happened last December. I was really, really sick. I had 105 fever. I I got hospitalized. And fifth day, I had like all a dark dream coming in my mind, and I started crying. And the midnight, I like I said, I always challenge him. So I asked him, why I'm suffering, why my fever is not going down. If you are here, you need to help me. You know. So at and 3 a.m. his message came. Hold on, I'm with you. And from next morning, my fever started going down. Um, I think this is my lifetime karma. I met living guru. You know, um, I'm from a spiritual family, but spiritual means I really didn't know the spiritual means until I met Mohanji. Spiritual means, we have to do chanting, we have to do fasting, we do have to do some pujas, all these things. I really didn't know what is the real meaning of spirituality until I met Mohanji. In Sai Sachitra, chapter 21, there is Baba says, that is our good luck in form of accumulation of merits in past births that enables us to seek the company of saints and profit thereby. So this is my lifetime karma. I met Mohanji in this life. Finally, I feel like I know I found my guru. I can't say I know myself completely, but I have surrendered myself at his lotus feet, and I know he is holding my hand in this journey. Previously, when I was saying I'm surrendering, but that was just a word. I was just saying it. I was not doing it. Now it took me 7 years to understand what is the true meaning of to surrender. Baba says Guru will show us path and guide us, but we have to do our part. We all have our journey. Please, I would request all the viewers and Mohanji family, whoever is watching, all the um, everyone, please do not compare yourself with others. When we look at other people, we think like, oh, they are blessed. They're doing many things. They're so close to Mohanji. They just joined this Mohanji group. How come they can be that close? But that is the mistake I did. We don't know that person's journey already began many life ago. I'm just seeing maybe this person connected to Mohanji 2 months ago or 6 months ago, but we don't know how many lives they are already connected. So please do not compare yourself. Believe in yourself. Increase awareness, like Mohanji says, increase your awareness step by step. Accept yourself. That is the main key. You need to accept yourself, then anyone else can accept you. Get to know yourself. Like I have started knowing myself. I have like ego, and I started analyzing why I have this ego, why I want recognitions, slowly, I just trying to find the root cause, what happens. Because many things happen because I was not accepted by others. I was feeling like rejected. And because, somebody says something and I was quickly my own judgment. So I tried to analyze my root cause and started working on it. Like I said, don't judge yourself. Don't take doership. Have unconditional faith and love in your guru. Before I met Mohanji, I didn't know the true meaning of, like I said, I didn't know the true meaning of spiritual. What is the true meaning of that? I would like to mention one Mohanji's quote over here. Make sure nobody can tilt you from the path. This is your individual journey. You are walking alone. You can't compare yourself or your progress with anybody. You have to walk alone, but faith helps you. What destroys faith? Doubt destroys faith. You must have a walking stick when you are going trekking, and that stick is called faith. What is the fundamental of faith? You must have faith in yourself. Otherwise, you cannot move. Then you should have faith in the path. Then you should have faith in destination. You can't have 3 or 4 destinations. Then the journey would be confusing. One destination, and that destination is called liberation. So, like Sai Baba says, faith and patience. Same thing Mohanji says. You have to have a faith. If we are going here and there, sometimes we're believing this and sometimes we're believing that, we're not going to reach anywhere. We have to have a full faith conviction to anything or in our guru. Then he can guide us and show us the path. I'm still walking on my spiritual journey. I would like all of your blessings so I can keep walking. And I would request, please, all of you, hold on to stick of faith. There is many incidents. I don't know. I can speak all of the experiences over here, but you know, um, there is one time. One time I was asking Mohanji for help with one issue. We can say legal issue, and I was struggling 10 years, and I was not going anywhere. And finally, I gave up. Even this issue has started before I met Mohanji, and I was praying, Baba, please help me and guide me. And you will not believe, miracle happened, and with Mohanji's and Baba's blessings, that situation got resolved. I never thought it's going to happen, but it did happen. So I had full faith in Baba and Mohanji, and I was praying every day, please help me with this. And I did get help. That was true miracle. Um, you know, um, this is my lifetime good karma. I met a living guru. I never spoke in public, but Mohanji helped me to come out of myself and helped me overcome my fear. So I want to take the opportunity to express my gratitude. Some people who really stood beside me, during my difficult times. You know, I want to express my gratitude to my family and friends who helped me in my difficult times. Gratitude to my brother who have been uh, in unconditional support throughout my life. Gratitude to Lata Ganesh who found a lifetime duo as Mohanji and brought into our lives. Gratitude to my son who made me complete and strong person. Because of him, I'm alive today. Last but not the least, to those who came to my life to give me good and bad experiences. Otherwise, I wouldn't have learned the life's good lesson. Like Mohanji says, people come to your life to give you good and bad experiences. You learn from there. Um, this was my journey, and I want to talk, and I have so many things I want to share, but I don't think so. We can cover this in this session. Um, Today's session was, we have decided to go live to the session. And Monday, unfortunately, my nephew in India died. And I was going so much mental um, situations in the last 5 days. Um, his death was, I don't know, they say due to COVID, but we still don't know that. So I was like praying, I should go to this session on Sunday or should I skip? But finally, I decided I was speaking mentally to Mohanji, please help me I don't want to skip this opportunity to share my experiences with other. And maybe if my experiences, inspire one of the Mohanji family member, that will be, great. Um, so my bhav is like when I like to connect to Mohanji, I like to, or Baba, I like to sing a bhajan or song, to express my gratitude or my feelings towards them. So I would like to sing a couple lines over here. Otherwise, I will feel like I didn't complete my session. This bhajan is about um, the Guru is my worship. Guru is my God, and we can worship His feet, and for lifetime. So maybe I'm just my throat is not that good today, and because of allergy and everything. But I will try to sing. गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंत गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंत ऐसे गुरु के चरण धोए धोए पियो ऐसे गुरु के चरण बलिहारी जाओ गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंत. Like I mentioned, I was a very sensitive person, and for Mohanji is for me is the Guru is something like something like heavenly thing, like it is God. I cannot hear anything, any bad words or anything about him. So I want to mention one thing: how I was reacting a couple years back. Um, we have a devotee. One devotee invited Mohanji um, at her house for satsang and lunch. So satsang happened, and people started asking questions to Mohanji. Um, Mohanji was very, answering all their questions. Um, Mohanji ate lunch, and I was standing next to Mohanji and handing him the fruit so he can give it to all the devotees. So after the lunch, Mohanji left, and I stayed there. And then people started talking about Mohanji. You know, oh, he doesn't look like a guru. Anu, why do you accept him as a guru? What did you think? What did you find about him, guru? Um, how do you know he's your guru? So I was just listening because there was a 5 or 6 ladies there, and I was looking at them and listening to everybody. And somebody made some personal comments, which I couldn't digest, couldn't tolerate, and I got very upset, and I left. So for me, my guru is everything. I cannot be in that place where somebody is making fun of him and um, saying something about wrong about him. We all have choices, and I said that to them. you know I felt like he is my guru. I accept it. You have a choice. You you can accept him or just leave. Don't have to say any judgmental words. One other incident, there is one devotee. He was connected to Mohanji, and then he went to a retreat, one retreat. He came back, and he was complaining about all, this happened, that happened, this, and I was not happy. It didn't work out, and all kinds of stuff. I told him, nobody forced him, nobody insisted. You are the one last minute you decided to go. But that thing dropped after year later. I met him with our common friend, and she's also Sai devotee. She was having a Sai satsang at her house. He came out and he said, "Anu Didi, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine. How are you? So I don't see you." Casually, I said, "I didn't see you anymore." And that time in that place, there was I believe around 35, 40 people were there. And because I was because the host, she said, you have to take a little bit prasad. So I was holding food in my hand, and he came and he started, he was talking to me, and all of a sudden he started yelling at me. He was saying, "No, he cheated me. He took my $5,000 and he didn't help me with my business, my work, all these things." Then I said, "Please calm down. You are in public place." I was telling him, "I didn't tell you to go there, or Mohanji didn't ask you to go there. This was your personal choice to go there, to go to the retreat, and maybe whatever you were expecting, it didn't happen. That's okay, but you don't have a right to say bad things about him or yell at me." And he didn't stop. He was keep talking. you know, he's a fraud, he's that and that. I cannot tell you how that time my patience was tested, because in other place, if I was in other place, I could have given him something, you know, equally yelled him back. But um, I just holded my, everything, emotions and everything, and I dropped my plate and told the host, I'm leaving. I will talk to you later. So later on, I realized, you know, usually I used to get very, when somebody says something about Monji or anything to me, I get short tempered and just talk something. But that day, I didn't say anything. I just left the place. Like Mohanji says, if that place is not for you, you leave. I don't have to say anything bad to accumulate my karmas. You know, that's his part. He did. So, I have many friends now. I don't feel like I need to have any friends. I can talk to Mohanji anytime, share anything. And to be honest, due to COVID, last since March, I'm home. I'm working from home. I feel like I'm very settled right now, because I don't have any anxiety to see people, talk to people, and any other expectations. I'm very calm. Just do my part. If somebody's calling, answer the call. Otherwise, I'm fine. So slowly, I'm seeing um, my progress, but I just, I just need to. I understood what he's saying. What when he says, work on these, then that means you need to work on it. His his words are like, true. 5 years ago, we are coming out of one satsang, and he came. He was very smiling and come and hug me and says, Anu, be a pillar of your family. I said, okay, Mohanji. That time I didn't understand what really he means it. Slowly, the time passed. Now I know how I'm supporting my family, and you know, emotionally and financially, and helping them, and bringing all my family members, closer. So when Guru says anything, sometimes we don't understand, but their words are like a Brahma Vakya. They know what is the future. They are there. They know ahead of time. But sometimes we foolish people, we don't understand. We just take it casually. So spiritual path is very like you know not easy. Some people just you know come with expectations, and they think like going to guru, and then guru is going to just um, do magic, and then everything will dissolve. But that doesn't happen. So in Sai Satchitra, chapter 18 and 19, Baba says, in the book it says, there is a proverb which says, if there be my Hari, Lord, he will feed me on my cot. This proverb is only true in respect of food and clothing, not for self-realizations. We have to work towards the self-realizations. Guru will show us the path and guide us in the right direction. But we have to have our, we have to work towards that. You know, if we have a good intentions, and we are honest, and we really want to walk in this path, he will be always with us and guide us and help us to go there. So, so it took me 7 years. So it was not easy, and I accept many times I felt like, this is not for me. I can leave. But he just holded me all the time. Thank you, Monji. Always holding my hand. He never let me go. He tested me, but he always guided me and stayed with me. Um, one of his presence I felt that was very, in my very difficult time. My son had a jaw surgery, and it was a big surgery, 10 and a half hours. And like I said, Mohanji's I card is very, very powerful. Um, you know, so my son was getting ready to go for the operation theater, and I had Mohanji's I card and Sai Baba's one card in one Ziploc bag. And I went to give it to the doctors when I was giving him anesthesia, taking him to the operation theater. I said, "Could you please put this under his pillow or bed, anywhere in the bed, because I want this to Mohanji and Baba during his surgery." And all of the doctors looked at me. What is she talking about? She said, "No, no, nothing is allowed. You cannot do this." And then I said, "I beg of you, please. I want these to go stay with him during the surgery." Then there was one young doctor. He was from Vietnam, and he understood maybe. He just took that and he said, "Okay, Mr. Stiggy, don't worry. I will put this under his pillow." I said, "Yes, please put this under pillow while he is doing the surgery. After that, I don't. You can give it to me, or whatever you want to do, you can just do it." So that surgery was so difficult. It was for 4 hour surgery, but it ended up in 10 and a half hours. I was going, what? I was praying all the time, Mohanji and Baba, please be with him. So with their grace and blessings, the surgery went well. And after that, after 1 week, you will not believe, um, um, my son changed completely. you know he all of a sudden he got all these energy and power, believing in himself, taking charge of himself. He was going in Virginia, in a community college. He just applied for another college, and he just moved to the different city. And I have seen big changes. And if you really believe in your guru, and then he can change your life. And I would like to thank you, all of you, for listening to me and giving me an opportunity to share my experiences. And I would like to chant Mohanji Gayatri 3 times. Please, you can chant with me. ॐ परब्रह्मणे विद्महे शिवतत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे विद्महे शिवतत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे विद्महे शिवतत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्. I surrender today's program at Mohanji's Lotus feet. Please bless all. Thank you all. And Jai Mohanji. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm very happy, for getting a second opportunity to so soon to this session, How I Met Mohanji, to share my spiritual experiences with you all. दर्शन देख देख जीवा गुरु दे चरना धोए धोए पीवा गुरु दा दर्शन देख देख जीवा गुरु दी चरना धोए धोए पीवा इस गुरु को सिमरो सास सास इस गुरु को सिमरो सास सास सतनाम वाहे गुरु सतनाम वाहे गुरु सतनाम वाहे गुरु सतनाम वाहे गुरु Jai Mohanji. First, I want to say sorry. Last time I mentioned couple dates incorrectly. First time I met Mohanji in 2014. But last time I said in 1915. I went actually, in Baba's time, 1915. So sorry about that. Last session, I mentioned a couple things like I really wanted to, my son come close to me and open his heart and share what is going on in his mind. I know he has been gone through a lot, same as me. So my prayer answered, and last Friday, all of a sudden, he came home and surprised me because I have been telling him, come home, we can spend some time. And I was sending him messages, and always as a mother, I was worried about what's going on. He's like kind of introverted, so he doesn't answer my text message and everything. So, and Friday afternoon, I found out he came home and he's going to stay here for 3 weeks. So thank you to Mohanji and listening my prayer. And last session, I was talking about my marriage, and divorced, how I got divorced. Today, I'm going to share some, share many, how many times Sai Baba saved my life. I think this is my third life. So I got married in 1991. In Indian culture, we have a custom, next day of marriage, bride goes back to her parents' house for a visit. So next day of my wedding, my husband and his niece and I visited my parents' house. It was Sunday evening. It was hard. We had a dinner with the family and friends, and around 10:30, we are preparing to go back to my in-laws' house, and it was Sunday night, winter. We're trying to find a vehicle or some kind of cab or auto rickshaw so we can go back home. And it was so hard to find an auto rickshaw. We started and we were on a highway bridge. It was dark, and highway, there was always, there was many trucks are going with like a high speed. We are chit-chatting. After 15 minutes, I heard a big bang noise, and our auto rickshaw flew in the air. I felt like it's like a football. It just went up in the air, and in the same moment, I felt like I'm not going to alive. But what happened when big truck was passing and it hit the backside of the auto rickshaw. So We are lucky the truck hit backside of the auto rickshaw, so it tumbled and rolled over to the other side of the road. And luckily, there was no vehicle was going on. Little girl who was sitting between me and my husband squeezed out and got out of, rolled over to the other side of the road. Auto driver was injured, and he was one side of under the auto rickshaw for a moment. I thought it was so hard to believe I was alive. I had all my jewelries in my handbag because it was nighttime and we are going back home. So for precautions, I took all my jewelries and everything and put my handbag. So when we tumbled on the other side of the road, luckily there was a sand. We landed on the sand. So my all jewelries, my handbags, everything was scattered on the road. So next 2 3 minutes, it was a highway bridge, and I don't know. There is a 4 5 uh, people. There were factory worker. They're going home. They appeared there, and they helped us to come out of the auto rickshaw and help the auto driver, to come underneath of the auto rickshaw. The driver was so nice, and first thing he asked, if the passengers are all right, and so they helped me gather all my purse and belongings there, and because I my hand was under one side of the auto rickshaw, so all my bangles, my rings, all are stuck in my finger and my hand. It was bleeding, and my husband got a head injury, and he was bleeding too. But I was crying. His niece was crying. We didn't know what is going on. For a moment, I thought I lost my all memories and everything. But those people helped us, and then within 10 minutes, we found another auto rickshaw. They helped us to, get in that auto rickshaw, and then we can go. As soon as we sat in the auto rickshaw, my husband said, "Where we are going?" you know, I started crying because I actually didn't know the direction of my in-laws' house at that time, and the way we took that highway. I know where is my in-laws' house, but I didn't know the direction. That auto rickshaw started, and I was like praying. I don't know where I'm going. If this auto rickshaw will take us to some different directions, I have no clue. So as soon as I saw there is a police station, and I said, okay, so he's taking us in the right direction. We passed the police station. That auto rickshaw also broke down, and then he was such a nice person, and it is all Baba's help, and he helped us to get another auto rickshaw, and we sat in the auto rickshaw, and then as soon as we got home, I just collapsed at the gate because I just lost my senses and everything, and so everybody came and took us to the doctor, and then doctor gave some injections, tetanus injections, all kinds of stuff. And then I started, because of the fear, I saw, and I felt that accident, and I saw the truck hit our auto rickshaw. I was like, uh, fear was inside, so I started throwing up and all kinds of stuff. So that was the incident. I felt like it was Baba was with me and saved, of course, me and everybody's life with small injuries. Um, and then the best thing was, I was worried about my, his niece. She didn't have any small scratch in her body or anything. So that was the first accident, and I felt Baba was truly there to save my life. Second one was, um, in another miracle happened September 11th, 2001. I was going, I dropped my son at school, and he always liked to sit on the left side, passenger side. So after dropping him, I started, um, going to my work. All of a sudden, I heard a big bang noise my left side, and I turned my head and I looked at my left side. I saw a Jeep Cherokee rolling towards me. I was like extremely scared, and I tried to pull my car so that car will not come and hit my car. But what happened? The first car hit the Jeep, and Jeep started rolling, and that first car came in front of my car and stopped there. So I couldn't pull my car, and I had to push hard brake not to hit the first car. In the meantime, second car rolled over to my car, left side, passenger side, and my car stopped rolling that Jeep. So after that, I was like numb. I don't know what I can say. The fear I saw the car is rolling towards me to that that fear I cannot explain. So immediately, people gathered there, and they helped me to come out of the car and help the person who was in the Jeep. And it was miracle that person came without just a little bit scratch on his head, but he came one piece, even though his car was upside down. And I was one of my coworker was going on the same way to the work, and she saw me, and she stopped her car and came out of the car and giving me the water. And in the that time, I was like crying and throwing up. It was so much fear in my mind. But in the meantime, the police officer came and they said, "Hey, lady, you are crying. You know what happened at New York? The plane crashed to the World Trade Center." And at that time, I was just thinking about myself. I was like, who cares? And nobody knew that time it was a terrorist attack that time. So my accident happened 8:10 in the morning, and then I was at the spot, and I borrowed somebody's. I didn't have that time cell phone, so I borrowed somebody's cell phone to call my brother, and my brother came. So we were at the accident spot, and the first plane hit the World Trade Center. The second happened, and then we knew that was a terrorist attack. So after that, accident, I had a cervical injury, so I had to go for the spine surgery, and still I'm not the same. But I felt Baba saved my life. Third time, I mean, second time, to give me another life, um, you know, to take care of my son and my family. And um, but still, I have a question. When I got married, those family members, my husband's family members, didn't explain about his illness. They hid from all of us. My question remains same. Why did they do that? They ruined three people's life. My son, um, you know, all kids, they need both parents' love. He didn't get that love. He's still missing a father figure. It's not like that. Um, I didn't try to get married again, but every time, whenever my family was helping me to find somebody, so I can get married, because my son was young when I came to this country. He was just 4 years old, and but every time, whenever we, try to move on to or find somebody suitable, so I can get remarried, I found out they don't want to accept the child. They just want to accept me. Why is that? My child is equally important for me, and I don't want to get into those again a disputed marriage. where my child is not accepted. And so I decided not to get married and move on to my own. And is good too. And I felt good about staying single and raise my child by myself. Because already he had so much in his mind about his father, and I don't want him to struggle again to get into the bad marriages. Um, so last time um, said, this is my many past life good karma. So I met Mohanji. And I explained I was always behaving like a child to Mohanji, and he was always very patient with me. I had many weaknesses or issues. I was looking for his sympathy. One big thing, he helped me to come out of that mentality or weaknesses. Um, like I was always trying to get his attention and sympathy. I wanted him to hear my all, how I say, all frustration and rejection, and I was looking for his motherly support. Like I didn't have my mother. I lost my mother when I was 6 years old. But he never entertained those things. He never supported that. He wanted me to come out of that victimhood mentality, and he didn't sympathize. He wanted me to be strong. At that time, I felt so bad about it because I was looking for his, why can't he listen to me? Why can't he pay attention to my, questions or need, why can't he support me? But he knew all these things, but he was always like, no, you need to come out of this mentality. All, like he says always, past is past. You don't need to cling to this past because we human has a tendency to be a crab leg because we try to go live in the past and hold on to all those things what happened to us, and we want all everybody to sympathize our what happened to that. So he totally ignored me. He said, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Okay. Whatever happened in the past, now you live in the present. That is that he always says that, live in the present now. So, as per Sai Sachitra, I would just like to say that Baba says, a child wants sweets, but its mother gives bitter pills. The former spoil its health, while the later improve it. So the mother looking to the welfare of her infant, and it gives bitter pills. Mohanji's kind mother, as he was, knew the present and future prospects of his devotees. So, a true guru will help you to meet yourself, show your own reflection. That was he was doing it. He was saying, you need to help yourself. I'm with you. You need to come over with your, um, you know, um, trying to grab attention, like you're trying to gain sympathy, and I felt like whenever I talk to, like, I would say friends, and when I came to this United States, I have some friends, and I'm very easy, and I can share my feelings to other people's. Those people listen to me, and then later on, they were like, made fun of me and said something, which I never thought about it. So, so I was missing that who can listen to me, and I was thinking, Mohanji will listen to me, what is going on in my heart. Even I was thinking physical body, he can listen to me, but he knew exactly what was going on in my mind. So It is well known fact that the Sadguru looks first to the qualification of his disciples and then gives the suitable instructions towards self realization. So he was helping me to um, to get to know myself by myself, not telling me what to do. And so I was struggling, why he was not helping me, why he's not telling me what to do. So that was many times I felt upset. And, and I admitted last time also, I felt like leaving him, he's not helping me. So in Mohanji's Guru Purnima message, he beautifully explained about unconditional love, and Guru is mirror who helps to see your reflection. And it was like he explained what the Guru means, and exactly what happened in my life the past 7 years. And he was doing exactly what he said in the Guru Purnima message. And in the last, I think last week or this week podcast, he said the same thing. I will read it to the in podcast what he said. Mohanji says in his podcast, Mohanji speaks, a true master accepts everyone as they are. If the person wants to beyond their mind, master is available as benchmark. But master never says become me. What will master say? I'm available, like a mirror. You can look at me and find yourself. When you look at the mirror, you don't see mirror. You see yourself. As image, mirrors stays neutral and never says you must look at me or you must look at the mirror. It's your choice. You go look at the mirror and you find yourself. You see yourself as you are at that time. That's the exactly master projects you back. So when I was upset, I was ignorant. I was I had anger, not to Mohanji, but for other people, and I was going close to Mohanji. I was projecting those the same thing, like he said. You come to the master with anger, master will reflect anger. You come to the master with love, master reflects back love. So I was getting upset, and then he was reflecting the same way. He was like ignoring me because I was missing the love part in my heart to project that to myself. I was not accepting myself as I was, So he helped me to accept me as I am. That was the biggest gift I got from him. So as I said, I saw these things in Mohanji when I was upset, angry, etc. So when I was showing my tantrum ego to Mohanji, he never entertained me, totally ignored me. Many times, whenever I have asked any questions, he gave me straight answer without any smile. At that time, I felt hurt or upset, but now I know the reason behind of it. So um, like I said, I feel like and I treat Mohanji is like a level of God. Even he's sitting somewhere. We don't. I don't sit at the level of when Mohanji is sitting. Unless he's asked, Anu sit down, or whenever he's eating. Um, I stand by close to him, and let him finish the eating. I treat him as a god. I can sit equally next to him. So, I was trying to get his attention. In one incident, I want to share here. We had our second Virginia retreat at Yogaville. There was some reason, it could be financial issue or something, family issue. I just don't remember. I couldn't go to that retreat. So Mohanji staying with Lata's house, and whenever he comes, I'm there, helping with many things. So the day the group and Mohanji and everybody was trying to, um, you know, um, go for the retreat. I was helping them to, for the departure. Before the departure, Lata said to Mohanji, and Mohanji, I know he's not coming for the retreat. Without any smile, he said, it's okay. She doesn't need to come. And I felt bad about it. Like, I was expecting him to at least ask the reason for not coming. At least know. What was my expectation was, I was thinking, if once he says, Anu, come, I know, I will go there. That was in my mind. Even I had some issues like that. So I was like, trying to grab it attention, and similarly, thinking in my mind, if he says, okay, I will go, but I was like, okay, he said she doesn't need to come. Then Lata was standing next to me and she said, don't worry, maybe he didn't listen what I said to him, so I said, okay. So they left for the Virginia retreat and I didn't go. So one other incident. One day we were all sitting and talking about the Kailash Yatra. And I had always I was hearing everybody is going Kailash, they're sharing their experiences. And I was just like, yeah, I wish I could go there. So I asked Mohanji, I want to go to Kailash. And he promptly said, no, you can't go. At that time, I felt bad. Everybody's going. He's encouraging everybody to go to Kailash. And why is saying no to me? I'm not eligible to go there. But later I realized why he said no. I have low blood pressure issue, respiration issue and I have, height issue also. So it will be not good for my health. So master knows what will be good for us and what will be, and the good for all of us. And then right time, when the right time will come, it will happen. And I know, it will happen one day. I have put my intent there, and he will make it happen. Slowly, I have understood he was helping me to get rid of my sympathy, attention seeker nature. He was making me more strong. You don't need anybody's sympathy. You are more than enough to help yourself. Um, Other one incident I would like to mention here. Um, One time I was very upset because he didn't recognize my name during the event. Next day, I went to Lata's house and he was eating lunch with some devotees. What a blunder I made here. One devotee gave some sweets during the event and I gave that to Mohanji. He opened the container and offered one piece to me. I don't know what happened at that time. I refused to take because maybe I was upset and I still don't know the reason. And it could be because I'm diabetic and I avoid sweets. So, but that day my ego was hurt. So, because of my ego, I refused to the blessings he was giving it to me. Today, when I remembered that incident, I feel very bad. Many times when he gives anything to us, has a reason. Maybe clear your karmic baggage, any disease, etc. So please accept wholeheartedly when he gives anything to you. Um, Mohanji's teaching is unconditional love. Love all beings. All beings are same. He treats everyone equally, but we separate ourselves from each other. For him, no one is superior or lesser. I'm not a acharya. I'm not a Maitri healer. I didn't travel to or been to overseas any retreat or went to Kailash Yatra, but still I'm his devotee. And I feel connected 24 hours to him. But I'm a lifetime volunteer. Anytime, anywhere, any need is there, I'm always available to help. It's not, I didn't want to, I used to get nervous and thinking, all these people are traveling, going to the retreat, going Kailash. I'm not doing anything. I'm not a Maitri healer. Even Deviji told me, you can, apply for Maitri healer. So I didn't feel like right now I want to um, do that because first, I'm a Reiki practitioner. So when we try to give healing or help other people, first I have to make myself strong. I have to clean my inside. Then I can help other people. So I felt like this is not the time for me to overload myself with all these, um, you know, um, you know, um, all these positions right now. I'm fine. I'm available to help any way I can do it. So one day I asked Mohanji, I want to visit Surdi. At the time, Shirdi retreat was going on in India. He immediately answered, you don't need to go to Shirdi. Shirdi is in your heart. Shirdi is in your home. Since then, I never thought about any retreat or compared with anyone. I'm blessed with I'm blessed and peaceful. My concept was wrong that if I go with him on be with him, all places will be blessed. So I had a misunderstanding, if I go to all the retreats, I will be so close to him, I will be blessed and he will bless me or I will feel connected to him. But that was not true. Here, I will just mention something from Sai Satchitra. My guru never expected any other things from me. He never neglected me, but protected me at all times. I lived with him and was sometimes away from him. Still, I never felt the want or absence of his love. He always protected me by his glance, just as the tortoise feeds her young ones, whether they are near her or away from her on the other side of the river bank. But her loving, they survived, they lived by her loving looks. So even I didn't travel with him or been to many retreats, still I feel connected and blessed. So some of you know who knows me or have seen me may have noticed I don't go close to him until he calls me. We talk mentally and stay connected. Whenever I go close to him, he holds me like a mother and my tears burst out. We don't speak any words, but he knows everything what is in my heart. Question. Many people ask him questions. It's good to ask questions to clear doubts. I used to have many questions at the beginning, but now not anymore. Like Mohanji says, when your mind is in silence, you will not have any questions. And I feel that now. Even, 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I was like always tempted to ask questions because I saw many people are asking questions. And I felt like, oh, they're getting their answers. I need to ask questions. But, now I don't have any more questions. So there a nice verse written by Sant Kabir. Guru Gobind dono khade काके लागू पाए बलिहारी guru aapki gobind diyo bataye. This is about the need of Guru. Sant Kabir wrote these words to sing the glory of Guru, without whose help one cannot cross the ocean of worldly life. He asked, if Guru and God is in form of Govind were to appear at the door, whose feet will I worship first? He answers, it has to be the Guru's feet first, because without him, how would I have recognized God? Many people question about his appearance and how he looks. That is another thing I find sometimes very frustrated. Um, you know, and I want to mention here because I saw Sai Baba in Mohanji. So I treat him as a Sai Baba. Sai Baba appeared in this world as an avatar. He lived among us like an ordinary man. He ate and behaved like one of us. He had asthma. He could have cured himself, but he didn't do that. He was showing he was living like a human body, like has to, like human body has to suffer, eat, sleep, all these things. He acted the same way. When any avatar comes to this world, they act like an ordinary man, like dress up, eat, smile, etc. They have human body, so they have to take care of that. Sai Baba lived in old times and dressed up according to that time and didn't travel. But Mohanji traveled many countries, so he has to dress up according to place and environment. Please don't judge him by his outer appearance. All saint and avatar appears in different time and places to help people, but they all are operating from one consciousness. We are so lucky and blessed. We have opportunity to sit, eat, walk with a living Guru, Master Mohanji. I remember those golden days when Mohanji and family visited my house. Mila is chasing butterfly in my yard. Deviji and I were in the mall. I'm sitting close to Mohanji's feet and listening good words. He's eating, sitting, and smiling with us. I will cherish those days all my life. I wish soon I will get a chance to spend good times with him again. So we are so lucky, and I feel like whoever in the Sai Baba's time they lived and spent time with Sai Baba, they were lucky, and I'm equally lucky. I'm living with a living guru, and I got the opportunity to serve him and be with him, smile with him, and listen to him in person. And these late, I mean, soon, you know, we will have we will pass these experiences to our next generations and tell them, we had the same experiences like people had in the Sai Baba's time. One thing I would like to mention again here, Mohanji's teaching is very simple and easy to understand, and it straight goes to in our heart. He always says, don't hurt anyone through thought, word, and action. We are all one and belongs to same consciousness. Love all. No one is superior and smaller or lesser. Like I mentioned, I'm not a acharya, not a maitri healer, or part of any action committee. Everyone, like got their responsibilities according to their, skills, capabilities, and strength. But we all are equal and part of same consciousness. His teaching is spread unconditional love. I want to share one thing about love. Like Mohanji says, plants, trees, and animals, they understand love and, you know, um, same way they behave, send you back the love. I have a plant in my house. 10 years ago, my sister brought a banana tree. In Hindu culture, we worship banana tree as a Vishnu. This tree is hybrid, and the shopkeeper told us it will not grow more than 1 feet. But I want to tell you that last 2 years, this tree grew more than 3 feet and is keep growing. So plants and trees are also, they can also feel the love and positivity. So spread love and be the love. And I want to mention a funny thing here. My son always wanted because he was the only child and he was missing, because I was busy, not giving enough time, and he has to go to daycare. He wanted a pet, so the pet can be with him. So since I'm allergic to, I felt like I'm allergic to dog and cats, so I cannot have, and it's a huge responsibility to take care of the pets. So I told him, when you grow up and, when you have your place, you can have a pet, you can take care of him, the pet. So he got a nice puppy. Her name is Angie. So he came along last Friday. He came along with Angie. The dog is so cute and so loving. Even I'm a little bit nervous and like scared. But that puppy doesn't want to leave me. And my son is also surprised. She's coming knocking at my door in the nighttime. She wants to sleep in my bed, and always I'm sitting downstairs on my couch, and she stands behind me, putting both hands or feet, whatever you can call, and holding my neck and wants to play with me. And when my son is calling, she's not leaving. It's just like 3 days, 4 days. So they understand the love. Why can't we people understand the love? Why can't we spread the love? So this is our many lives good karma, and so we met Mohanji. So like Mohanji says, please increase awareness step by step. Get to know yourself. I'm still trying to know myself. I can't say I know me fully. I'm still working on it. Believe in yourself. Have faith on this path. Accept yourself as you are. Only a true guru can burn lifetime karma and help us to liberate. I'm holding his feet with full faith and surrender myself at his lotus feet. So, and what else we can give it to? I think best Guru Dakshina is, if we can live his teaching, you know, unless, like he says, otherwise, we are just making noises, nothing, we are doing it. So if Guru is teaching us something, we have to follow that teaching. So that will be the best Guru Dakshina to our Guru. So I'm trying to follow his teachings. I'm still on my way. And I hope, I don't know, in this lifetime I can fully achieve, but I'm working on it. So I want to thank you, all of you who are listening to me and giving me second opportunity to share my experiences. And I'm really, really blessed to have a part of Mohanji family, and supported and loved by all the family members. And Mohanji is working 24 hours for all of us. So I would really, you know, request to all of us, we can follow his teachings, and because we are one, we are part of the same consciousness. So I surrender all my thoughts at his lotus feet with infinite love and gratitude. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have unconditional faith. So I would like to end the session, and I'm really, really touched and blessed to have this opportunity to share my experiences. I will conclude this session. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Love you all. Jai Mohanji.